Hey everybody, what's up? It's Dunbar Snack Bar here, and I'm super excited because this is the MLB 2K11 demo. Just came out, just finished downloading it. Let's see how this game's going to play out. Hopefully this is going to either help you decide whether to or not to get the game, so stay tuned. At the end, I'll give my first thoughts and kind of my review in detail there at the end, so hang with me here. Because this is the demo, of course, you can only play as the Texas Rangers and the San Francisco Giants. And if you guys have been hiding under a rock for the last year, those are the two teams to play in the World Series. I'll have Derek Holland on the mound for me here, and I will be going up against Barry Zito. I can't do any editing of my lineups or pitchers, so I'm just going to be going with the default. Hopefully, that's going to play out to be all right here for me. And this is actually the first game that you've ever seen me play as the away team. So that'll be kind of cool, too. Now, just taking a look here really quick, everything looks a lot like MLB 2K10, especially with the presentation. And at my first at-bat, an error by the other team. So hopefully that's not something that we'll find to be too commonplace. But yeah, like I said, the way that they show the score, the runners, the introductions to the players seems very similar to what we saw in MLB 2K10. I was expecting something a little bit different. And that'll be my first stolen base, of course, for the game. Seems like it would be a little bit easier, too, because that was an animation that I hadn't seen before where the catcher didn't throw it right on there. So that's, let's see, with the error, bad throw, and then that bad pitch by Zito here, looks like there's going to be some more mistakes in the game, not as consistent especially. Going to get that hit up the middle, though. Going to score my first run of MLB 2K11. Not too bad at all. Definitely going to stick with the strategy, then, of stealing as much as I can to get runners in scoring position. Because it seems like it might be a little bit easier to steal. And it seems like hitting might be a little bit easier, too. Just because, hitting it up the middle. All my hits, really. I guess you can even consider that one a shortstop beat, just barely up the middle. But steal again here, no problem at all. Definitely a different animation too. And what I've noticed so far is just like unlike MLB 2K10, whenever you'd slide, your runners would slow down. I haven't seen that yet from the two steals that I've had here. Another hit up the middle though to score the guy in from second. So it's kind of interesting to see now that all my hits are up the middle. Usually they were the opposite side of the field in MLB 2K10. So it looks like they might have made some adjustments to the way that you hit the ball. Now, one of the things, too, about this demo, in case you guys haven't noticed already, is there's no commentary from the broadcasters. I'm sure they were just trying to keep the file size down. But I won't be able to give you any commentary on that if it's any repetitive or anything like that. But who knows? I mean, they usually do a pretty good job of the diversification of their commentaries here, too. Got runners on first and third here. Now, this is going to be the first home run of MLB 2K11. Definitely can tell that the view is going to be different with those home runs. As in MLB 2K10, it seems like the camera would follow the ball as it went over the fence, and you'd see that arrow letting you know where it's at. But I don't know if it's just on the hitting side of things, but that's definitely not there. Camera angle is definitely different here, too. It seems like whenever you hit a ball in the infield, the camera angle is a lot closer to the ground. To try and help you out with ground balls, I guess. Haven't hit anything really out into the outfield yet. So, well, except, of course, that home run. But nothing too crazy. Now, it's already the top of the first, and we're replacing Zito. I guess it's the computer's replacing Zito, so I guess I got to him pretty good. So they're going to be putting in a reliever. That'll be good, actually, because we'll be able to see some of the different pitchers and ways some of the throws are going to go. So there goes Zito with his strut or limp or whatever you want to call that. That walk does not look normal. All right, so still top of the first. I'm up 5-0. Got the first out for me. So let's see if anything interesting is going to happen here at this at-bat, as it seems like things have been going pretty easy so far. That one's gonna drop. Nothing too crazy on that one. But I can't change the settings too much on the game. I can really only change how I use the controller. because I'm sure you guys haven't noticed, or I'm sure you guys have noticed that I've gone back to classic mode once again, but I can't change difficulty or anything like that, so I apologize if it looks like I'm running up the score. For the sake of time, I might just play it easy for the rest of the game and really not concentrate too much on the hits or anything like that. So who knows? Now, this hit is going to go into right field, obviously. He's going to jump, catch it. That's sweet, but because of the animation, I got to tag up from first and second to get on second and third. So I got two guys in scoring position here with 2 outs. Not going to be able to do anything. So we're in the top of the second now. Nothing really happened too crazy on the pitching side, but I hit that one down the line. Going to get the double on that too. Kind of more of a realistic animation, as the player does have to slow down to be able to get the ball. I know that'll probably be frustrating for me though when the ball's hit out to me in the outfield. Now, I didn't get to show too much pitching because nothing really interesting happened, and it was actually kind of nice because they made some adjustments to the way pitching works now. Apparently, you're not going to be as accurate on the pitches, and there's another error. So 2 errors in 2 innings. It's crazy. I don't even remember seeing 2 errors from the computer at all in 2K10. So maybe errors are going to be a lot more apparent in this game. But there's the double play. Good to see that, actually, because it shows they're still stressing defense. But going back to pitching here, I know I'm throwing a lot at you guys, so hopefully you guys are keeping up with me. Now, pitching, it seems like it was really easy to place your pitches in MLB 2K10. I could put them right on the corner there, just barely have it in, and I wouldn't have a problem with it. With 2K11, it looks like that's going to be more of a challenge because your pitches will drift even if you throw the pitch exactly like you're supposed to and you time it just right. It's still not going to be exactly where you want it to be. So that's something that I'm definitely going to have to get down with. Oh, I'm surprised I got in on that one. Looked like I would have been out. 3 steal attempts so far, 3 stolen bases. Haven't slowed down the runner at all. That is so nice to see with MLB 2K11. Glad that they're going with that and smartening up here. I'm in the top of the third now, in case you haven't noticed. Same thing, though. Hit up the middle, going to be scoring the guy in from second. No problem at all. Maybe a little bit of a glitch there with the way that the catcher got the ball, which I'm sure you'll see here in just a little bit. So far, though, this game's been a lot like 2K10 with just a little bit of tweaks. There you go. Catcher wasn't anywhere near the ball, but managed to get into his glove. Or into his mitt, sorry. Whew. Playing catcher. I'd always have to call it a mitt. I remember I got in trouble with a coach once for calling it a glove. That was pretty weird, though. So here's a look at some of the pitching here. You know, I had the max, but I got it. It was in a different spot. Diving catch, though. And that's the end of the game. Only 3 innings. I was expecting 9. But I don't want to get too spoiled, I guess. I end up winning this one 7-0 in 3 innings. That was quite the blowout here for the Texas Rangers over the San Francisco Giants. Not going to lie, that's kind of how I wish the World Series would have gone. But, all right, so since we're done with the game, here's my first thoughts and impressions. A little bit mixed. I didn't see too much of a change from MLB 2K10. Nothing that really could have been fixed, without some kind of patch or something like that. They could have changed some things by having you download an update to be able to get those different camera angles for the adjustments on the pitching and things like that. Fundamentally, though, everything's going to remain the same. I do like the adjustments that they've made, though. Pitching is a little bit more difficult, which I think will get frustrating for me, too, just because I liked the pitching side and being able to really choose where my pitches went. So I'm definitely going to have to go more with pitch selection rather than pitch placement to get the Ks. Hitting, it seemed like that was a little bit easier, so I don't know if they're stressing offense a little bit more in this year's game. If so, that means that you have to rely more on your offense, as the computer's going to have some better offense as well. And it looks like that there is going to be a lot more errors, mistakes, and things like that are going to occur in this game. So I'm kind of liking the direction that it's going to go. But again, this is the demo, so I'm not anticipating too much of the game to be like this. I think this was kind of more of a teaser than anything else. hopefully some things are going to change with 2K11. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys are excited for it, if you like the changes, if you've played it and you have some additional comments on it, feel free to post it below, because that's definitely going to help other people make the decision here too. Might also help me as well in how I feel about this game. But I do appreciate you watching this, guys. Hopefully you will get MLB 2K11. If so, maybe we can play a game together or something like that. Hit me up. Gamer tag is Dunbar Snack Bar, 2 words, for Xbox. For those of you who have the Xbox. For those of you who have PlayStation 3, sorry, I don't have that. And if I did, you'd probably be seeing commentaries on the show rather than 2K Sports here. But I'll live with what I got. Again, thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it, and feel free to comment below. All right, you guys have a good one.